If you have a process based bottleneck issue, um, and you're like not sure that you do a litmus test here. Okay.
Mm,
First question I want you to ask yourself: are all of your core processes figured out? Like, do you have them written down somewhere? Okay. If the answer is no, I don't even need to know your company. You have a process based issue. Okay. Of what magnitude? I don't know. But if you can't answer yes to that question, I'm going to say it's a pretty big magnitude. The next
mm,
one I would say is this process based playbook you have available to all people who need it? Or maybe who don't even need it? Because God forbid you get hit by a car or something and someone needs to do your job. Who can pick up that baton? Okay.
mm,
So if you answer no to that question, got another problem. If do you have a way to train people based off your processes? Is it available to them all the time? Can they jump in and almost take a course that you have based off your processes? The answer is no. That's another development based on your process side. Do you have checklists for your team so that they know we need to do this, this, and this? And even though like each of those things on the checklist does link to a bigger like course that the process gets bigger, do you have that checklist? If the answer is no, then you got another problem. And I'm not trying to like overwhelm you here. I just want you to know that if you're trying to make your company work in such a way, uh, independent of who it is in that place, and you're like, oh no, we can totally do that, but the answer was no to all of those things, my response is there's no way in hell you can do that. Okay, there's no
mm.
way that people are going to be able to replicate based off of your assumed and tribal knowledge that you've kept inside your head. Nobody else can grab that. So that's a problem. And again, not trying to overwhelm you. I just want you to see that the bottleneck at this point, you might be like, oh, we don't have a process based bottleneck. But if you answered no to any of those, you do have a bottleneck. And a bottleneck's not a bad thing. I think we got to be
Mm,
so careful here. A
yeah.
bottleneck is a warning sign.
Mm,
Okay, it's a warning sign. It's the noise your kettle makes as it's heating up through that bottleneck, right? Through that little whistle right at the top. It's letting you know, hey, things are getting to the point they need to be at, but anymore, and this is going to boil over. We're going to have issues. Okay, so bottlenecks are a grace that we receive if we are looking for them. As soon as you aren't looking for them, they become problems, chaos, and disaster. And that's what we've got to be careful of. We want to create a mentality that has a culture of process, that people understand that the process is what moves the product or
mm.
your team forward. So these bottlenecks, I know we're harping on it, but these bottlenecks are crucial to your growth.